Welcome everyone to my Reefer 250 15-day update. So the tank has been up for 15 days. Let's see what we have here. We have about 25 pounds of dry Buchanan. That's the white rocks that you see on the right that I have been curing for about a month or so before I put it in the tank. And then a couple of pieces of live rock from my other tank, 30 gallon. So once everything's cycled, I added it to the tank, and I have a 3-inch Fiji pink sand bed. And water parameters were looking really great, so I added my livestock from my 30 gallons. So that included 2 clownfish that are now hiding in this little nook here. They'll come out and play in a second. Mino and Nemo. Mino is mean to Nemo, hence the name. And we have a cleaner shrimp here. I moved my LPS corals. We have a hammer and 2 torches and a flower pot. We had here another flower pot that actually died in my smaller tank, so I'm just putting it here to see if it's gonna come up. Then we have an open brain coral here, and another brain coral there. When you see a little splash of yellow, we have a canary wrasse here, so there's actually 5 fish in total. 2 clownfish, a canary wrasse who's a little bit shy, a purple firefish that's been hiding, comes up to eat but it's been hiding after the move. And we have, yeah, you can kind of see him on the side here a little bit, a yellow watchman goby who just retreated to his hole, and a pistol shrimp. And for a cleanup crew, we have a fighting conch, Mike Tyson. You can see him vacuuming the sand there. We have a sea cucumber called Pickles. It's hard to tell out, but it essentially goes and eats the sand and spits it out. So these little sand pellets are Pickles doing her work. We have 2 emerald crabs, and we have 4 crocus snails. And actually, after I started up the tank, we had I think about 1 week where everything was fine, and then we started to get green hair algae growing on my rocks. That's kind of to be expected. You could kind of see it here, and you could see it a little bit on the sand, but actually the cleanup crew are doing their job, so it's been getting less and less every day. And then the idea here is to, oh, there's the canary wrasse. He's very pretty in this tank. His name is John. So the idea is to have this top shelf that you see across here for SPS, and I wanted to wait until the tank parameters got a little bit more stable, but I couldn't resist. I picked up a few frags. This is bonsai acropora. This is I forget the name. I think it's acropora tenuis. It's a little bit hairy. You can see it's getting good polyp extension. I got a deep sea acropora, deep water acropora, and a red Melipora digitata. And just for fun, I got a meteor shower coral. Actually, it hasn't been doing great, but I heard that it will hopefully color up and give us some more polyp extension once it's settled in. So kind of that's the plans for the tank in terms of equipment. Oh, wait a second, I forgot. We have here a little Zoa colony. I think maybe the other side. Get to see the colors a little bit more. it's always a little bit tricky. Take pictures. Okay, so the equipment we have here, we'll start from top to bottom. We have for lights, we have two Radion's XR15. For water flow in the tank, we have an MP10 that's mounted on the side, very great. We have obviously the return here, which is connected to a Vectra pump, running at around 40%. And then we have a Turnbella 6045 with an adjustable output. Right now it's going at kind of the lowest. So this is from my old tank, and the MP10 is also from my old tank. I debated about getting another Ecotech right away, but I thought we'll just deal with the setup for now and see how it goes, and if I need more flow I could always add another MP10. Under the carriage, this is the sump. This is the sump area. We'll look at the first thing that I did here is I replaced the stock ATO automatic top up with a Tunzi osmolator. It's, you just fill up this 5-gallon jug and you're good for I think 4 or 5 days. Skimmer, I have a Bubble Magus, the new Curve A5, which is a DC pump. Honestly, I've been having quite a bit of trouble with this overflowing. It was first it recommends 8 inches of water, but I find that a little bit too deep, so I raised it up to about 6.5, and even then it overflows at the slightest thing. So yesterday I changed the socks and it overflowed right away. So I'll giving it time to settle down. What we have here is a return pump. We have a Vectra pump, and I've hard pumped most of it, except we have a soft connection back to the reefer outlet. And I have a T here with a ball valve that is feeding my phosphate-free reactor right here. And I have the standard filter socks on the reefer. I have a dosing pump that I will hook up pretty soon. I think I'm gonna mount the dosing pump somewhere in the corner here, so that way the lines go straight to the sump. And kind of a project for the future, maybe over the next few weeks, is I plan to turn this into a refugium, so have it being fed from the Vectra and have it drill a couple of bulkheads and have the water overflow back to the sump. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, in terms of parameters, 0 nitrates, and I mean undetectable nitrates, undetectable phosphates. Calcium, I've been dosing Redsea Foundation. I'm trying to establish about 1400 magnesium, which the tank is at right now, 465 parts per million calcium, which I managed to bring up the levels with Redsea Foundation A. Alkalinity, I'm having a little bit of a tough time on. What I would like to set it at, based on the Redsea Foundation program, is 12.2 or 12.3, I believe. But when I first measured the tank, it was about 9, and I dosed what I thought would have been enough buffer to bring the levels back up to 12, but it's not. The levels just went up to 10. So again, something is eating my alkalinity. I have to figure out whether the tank is really consuming that much, or potentially there's something else that is buffering the changes in alkalinity. So that's it, guys. There is a tank. We'll follow it up over the next hopefully few years and see how it grows.